Right. Good morning, everyone. So I just wanted to take a quick moment just to show you all how to perform the linear regression interval as well as the linear regression t-test on your calculator. Now, luckily, TI has made this SmartView software available to me for free, so I'm able to have it on my home computer here, which is great. But very quickly, it's very, very easy. The first thing you're going to do here while you're sitting on your home screen, we're going to go over here to Stat and Edit. And in here, we're going to put all of our data, wherever that comes from, right? So I'm just going to make some stuff up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And here, I don't know, 12, 15, 17, 22, 27. Great. So obviously, all of your data from whatever source you have will be put into your lists, right? So we'll go second quit to get back to our home screen. Now back under the stat menu, right, we go over to tests. Now the tests for linear regression are at the very, very end of this, right? So if I press up, you see linear regression t-test here is F, linear regression t-interval here is G, obviously depending on what the question is asking you to do, right? You'll choose the appropriate one. So let's go to the interval, because that was the first thing we talked about yesterday. So if you notice, pretty straightforward. X list, list 1, Y list, list 2. Frequency we don't worry about. Confidence level is the same. This part right here for the RegEQ stands for regression equation is if you wanted to store the regression equation under your Y equals screen, you could tell it here which place Y1, Y2, so forth. Here, we don't really care. We don't want to do that. So I just go down to calculate. Press enter, and boom, you got it, right? Degrees of freedom 3, not surprised, right? I had 5 data points that I put in, n minus 2, gives me the r squared and the r, and then your confidence interval is right here, right? 2.5 to 5-ish, 4.9, right? So that's pretty straightforward. If I want to go to the hypothesis test, right, and I click enter, same thing, right? X list, list 1, Y list, list 2. Now down here, you can actually do the 3 separate tests. Now one thing to be, just so you're not confused, beta is your slope. Rho here is actually your true correlation, right? Your true correlation coefficient. Your population level, if I was going to compute every possible regression, what would the R be for my population? Notice that they don't give you a null hypothesis here, right? It's just the alternative. Are you going to test equal to 0, not equal to 0, so forth, so on. But again, same thing here for regression equation. Do I want to store this in a Y1 or a Y2? Also, I apologize if you guys can hear my daughter in the background right now. But right, do I want to store this regression equation somewhere? If I do, great. Right now, not that concerned about it. Go down to calculate. All right, you look at my t-value here, it's 9.7. P-value, notice how crazy that is, right? 9 and 3/4 standard deviations away, but my p-value is not that small because, again, of my 3 degrees of freedom. If you scroll down, it still gives you the same thing. A and B are your slope and y-intercept from your actual regression line. S is your standard error, right? So there you go. That's it. It's that simple. It's that easy. All you have to do, that's where you find it. Just make sure your data is in your list 1 and your list 2. Awesome, guys. I hope to hear from you all soon. Talk to you later.